Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
What's up, y'all? Anime Rage here, and I'm posting another part to What If Naruto Was a Flame Haze. Now, you guys really enjoyed part 1, so that let me know that you wanted another part to it. Y'all have been really enjoying it, and so I'm gonna bring part 2. And so, with this, I want y'all to check my new outro I'm gonna have at the end of this, and let me know how y'all think of it. And so, yeah, with that being said, let's get on to the what if. As last time, Naruto, he is at home. And he's just pumped because he knows the next day he's going to be training with Hiruzen to master or work a bit of the Rasengan. And Naruto, he is pumping himself up so much to the point where he don't know if he can even sleep tonight. And both the Crimson Lord and Kurama had to tell him to calm down, kid. You're going to be in a big day tomorrow, so you might as well get in on some rest. And Naruto's like, alright, fine, as he goes to sleep. And the next day, and he wakes up, and he's still hyped. He's like, man, I'm going to be training with Hiruzen to learn some of my dad's techniques. As he gets his clothes on, brush his teeth, get himself ready. And when he leaves out, he sees Hiruzen there waiting on him. And he's like, oh, get me out of my house, huh? And Hiruzen's like, yep. Anyway, let's go to a training field. Because you're going to need a lot of room for these two jutsus. And Naruto's like, alright, bet. As both of them body flicker to a secluded location. Excuse me. A secluded location that Hiruzen himself invented. And think of it as his own personal workout room. And it's a massive room. I mean massive room. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. So, anyway, Naruto's looking at how big this room is. And Naruto, he thinks to himself, this is on. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. I was getting my food. Anyway, Naruto's like, this is hyperbolic time chambers level of huge. Like, yeah, this room is pretty big. And Hiruzen's like, yep, this should give us enough space to work on these two jutsus of yours. And Naruto's like, alright, let's do it. And, Hiruzen gives him a... Let's see if I can remember the steps of the Rasengan. He gives him a water ball, I think. Yeah. And, Naruto's like, a water ball? And Hiruzen's like, yep. You gotta balance your chakra, so you wanted to make it pop. Sorry about that, guys. Please don't get mad if I end up, pausing it here and there, because my family, they're moving around a bit. So, yeah. Anyway, Hiruzen's like, yeah, if you can balance your chakra on this rubber ball, you'll get to the next step. I mean, I think it was a water ball, then rubber. Okay. Naruto, it doesn't take him that long to just pop a water balloon with his chakra. And Hiruzen's like, alright. Now, time for the next step, a rubber ball. And, he does it again. Pops it again. And Hiruzen, he's like, you're getting this done pretty quickly. Okay, now for this one, we're going to take it up a notch, Hiruzen said, as he grabbed a, let's say, it's a basketball. Why not? And Naruto's like, you want me to try to pop this? And Hiruzen's like, yep. You shouldn't be able to get through this one as quickly. And Naruto, this one does take him a bit longer, but not too long. Maybe like 5 minutes. And Hiruzen's like, great. Now, time for the final step. And Naruto's like, yes, I'm almost done. And Hiruzen gives Naruto a beach ball. Yeah. But there's a twist to this. This beach ball has something in it. It has a couple of chakra negation seals on it. That way it would be a bit harder for Naruto to pop it. And this one takes longer. Well, it takes Naruto a bit, not a bit, like a lot longer. Like this takes him like 15 to 20 minutes. But he still gets it to pop. And Hiruzen's like, wow. I even put chakra negation seals on it and you still popped it in a good amount of time. And Naruto, he's out of breath. He's like, yeah, I did it. And Naruto and Kurama put some of her chakra into Naruto to boost back his stamina. And Naruto's like, thanks, Kurama. And she's like, no problem, kid. Just keep on doing what you're doing. And Naruto looks at Hiruzen like, alright, what are the last things I should do? And Hiruzen tells him, now, first you want to form all the balls that you had just now, which you just popped in. Imagine that you're having your own chakra in your hand and forming it into a ball. And this is a lot, like this is difficult for Naruto. And he's like, God damn, this is hard. But it shouldn't really take him that long. Maybe like a good hour. A good hour to get a decently sized Rasengan in. And after that, Naruto says, why don't I try to crank it up a notch? Naruto said as he creates a Rasengan the size of a what's a good size? Let's say the size of a beach ball. Yeah. That's a decent size. And Hiruzen's like, wow, you seem to be getting pretty used to this. And Naruto's like, yeah, I guess. And Naruto's like, how about I take it even higher? As he makes the Rasengan, Naruto made this Rasengan so big that it's almost touching the roof of the building that they're in. And Hiruzen's like, alright, Naruto, how about you crank it down a bit, bring it to a regular size? And Naruto's like, fine, as he shrinks down the Rasengan to a decent size. A size of let's say, a volleyball. Yeah. And Hiruzen's like, alright, Naruto, let's see if you can do this, because this is something not even your father was able to do. And Naruto's like, wait, really? And Hiruzen's like, yep. Why don't you try adding a release element to it? And Naruto's like, oh, okay. And this one really takes him a long time. And I mean, it really takes him a long time. This takes him about a good 5 hours to get this. But he gets it down and he adds fire release to it. So you guys can imagine what a fire release Rasengan can look like. I don't have to explain that. And Naruto's like, my god. You actually did it. You actually perfected the Rasengan. And Naruto's like, yeah, I did. As he passes out due to chakra exhaustion. And Hiruzen's like, you did good, kid. You earned that rest. Man, tomorrow we're gonna be learning the flying Raijin. And Naruto, he's still unconscious. And so yeah, time skip a couple of days because that much use of the Rasengan will drain your chakra quite a bit. And Naruto's like, all right, let's do the other thing. And Haru's like, what? And Naruto's like, the flying Raijin. And Haru's like, oh, I told you I was gonna do that with you tomorrow. And Naruto's like, wait, what? What? What do you mean? You said yesterday. And Haru's like, no, I said tomorrow. And Naruto, it hit him in the head. Like, from him using the Rasengan that much, he was knocked out for a whole day. And Naruto's like, And he was like, it's okay. You seem pretty rested now. We can do it today. And Naruto, he's like, yes. And Haru's like, but I might warn you though. This might wear out your body a lot faster than the Rasengan will. I mean, you can learn this technique faster from the Rasengan, but it will drain a good amount of your chakra. But considering the fact that you're an Uchiha and an Uzumaki and you had the nine tails, that shouldn't be that much of a problem. And Naruto's like, yeah, I guess. As both of them get the kunais and Naruto is practicing with them. Now, I would say Hiruzen would know how to use the flying Raijin, simply due to the fact that the man claimed to know like knows every jutsu in the world. So yeah, I wouldn't see why he couldn't use the flying Raijin. But he wouldn't be able to spam it in the way Minato was able to. But hey, he knows how to use it. Now, this training with the flying Raijin takes a bit longer. But it takes him a lot sooner than it took Naruto to learn the Rasengan. So yeah, Naruto mastered the flying Raijin. And Naruto, he decides to take it up a notch and add his own little twist to it. With this one, this flying Raijin, Naruto made personally himself. This is flying Raijin, but with Minato, you see yellow flashes everywhere. With Naruto, you will see red flames. So, yeah, you guys can imagine how that would look. And both Hiruzen and Naruto are panting on the ground, exhausted. And Hiruzen's like, you're amazing, kid. And Naruto's like, thanks. And Hiruzen tells Naruto, you know you're going to have to go to school next week. And Naruto's like, yeah, I know. And Hiruzen's like, alright, we can have some ramen and then you go to bed. The rest of the training, I think you can handle on your own. And Naruto's like, yeah. As both of them get up and head to the ramen shop, they get some ramen, and Naruto heads home. And so, yeah, Naruto, he's training quite a lot during the week, but he knows when to give himself rest days. And I'm gonna say, in the other part, I say Naruto was like mid gaining or high gaining, low tuning, but now he's like high tuning to low to mid joning at this point right now. Just the variety that he's in. Just how much power he has right now gives him a pretty good high tuning to low joning ranking levels. And so, yeah, with that being said, I'm going to time skip good a little later, and it's the first day of the academy. Now, Naruto, he gets there, but no one knows it's Naruto. And Naruto, he is the first guy there. And Iruka, no. Yeah, Iruka walks in. He's like, huh, who's this kid? But he doesn't really care. He just like, well, as long as you early, I ain't gotta really bother you. And so, yeah. Everyone, they get in to their classes. not in their classes, in their seats in canon. And Naruto, he looks to his right and he sees Hinata sitting next to him. And I'm not gonna say Naruto. I mean, he was cool with Hinata. I mean, why wouldn't he? And Iruka, he says, "All right, class, first day of school, and I want y'all to stand up and say y'all names and stuff, or I'm gonna call out y'all names, and you're gonna say here." Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. And everybody they call up their names, and when they hear their name and stuff, and it comes to Naruto, and they're like Naruto Uzumaki Uchiha, and Sasuke, he hears Uchiha, he's like Uchiha, and he's looking around like, huh? Because he didn't know who Naruto was. He didn't know Naruto was an Uchiha. And in Naruto, he raises his hand. And he's like, here. And everyone, they're looking at Naruto like, what? Ain't no way you Naruto. Naruto would be screaming at this point. And this is Sakura saying this. And Naruto, he's like, wow. Over saying, I'm the one who talks a lot? Okay. And so, yeah, everyone's seeing Naruto, like, he looks completely different. I mean, sure, he has the same face and all, but he doesn't have the whisker marks. He doesn't have blonde hair. He doesn't have blue eyes. He has red hair and red eyes. And Sasuke, he walks up to Naruto like, are you really, Chiha? And Naruto's like, yeah, why? And Sasuke's like, well, this changes, well, not exactly everything, but this changes a lot. And Naruto's like, how does this change a lot? And Sasuke's like, because I thought everybody in my family was dead except for Itachi. And Naruto's like, oh, I'm guessing you don't know who I am since due to the fact that your Uchiha didn't want me. And Naruto's and Sasuke's like, well, it's good to know that there's another Uchiha around. He says as he sits to the left of Naruto, which kind of pisses off. Well, just Sakura. She don't really care. In fact, she like Naruto. Mm, I'm building it a bit. And so yeah, in the class, same as in Canon Go, they all go outside and work on their ninja stuff. And I'm gonna say Naruto, he gets second place because he ain't trying to show off too much. He let Sasuke get first. And so yeah. With that being said, I'm going to time skip to the excuse me. I'm going to time skip towards the end of the academy. And with it's been a race between Sasuke and Naruto of who would get the number one spot in the academy. Like it'll be like one semester is Naruto, then the next semester is Sasuke, and the third semester is Naruto, and the fourth semester be Sasuke. Like it just be close, really really close. And so it got to the point where Ruka's like, "Fuck it, both of y'all are the rookie academy students." And with the Naruto, I mean, it's the end of the school year, and Naruto he walks in, he's like, class, I got." Well, it's not exactly bad news. I mean, to y'all, it might be bad news. And the class like, "What is it?" And Naruto's like, "Well, we have an transfer student, and with that being said, the test is going to be pulled. It's going to be pulled back a couple of days." And they're like, fine. And they're all pissed off, like, a couple of more days of this shit. And and they're like, all right, you can come in now. And excuse me, I'm over burping. And who walks in is a girl with red hair and red eyes, with a black jacket on, with a amulet on her neck, similar to Naruto's, with a katana to her side. And the guys are looking at her like, "Ooh, who who is this?" And and Naruto, he's looking at her like, "Huh? Is she a Flame Haze too?" And Crimson Lord talks to Naruto like, "Yeah, she's also a Crimson Haze." And Naruto was like, "And when was you going to tell me this?" And then Crimson Lord was like, "Well, you never asked, so I didn't think it was necessary." And Naruto's like, "You didn't think it was necessary to tell me that there was someone else like me?" And the Crimson Lord was like, "Someone else like you, or do you mean someone else like her?" And Naruto's like, "Fine, whatever." And the Crimson Lord was like, "Oh yeah, I kind of forgot to tell you one thing." And Naruto's like, "What's that?" And the Crimson Lord was like, "Uh, you're kind of immortal now." And Naruto's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean by immortal?" And the Crimson Lord tells him like, "Yeah, you can still die from like really really bad hits and stuff, but when it comes to your age, I mean like you'll reach like your peak age and you just stay there forever." And Naruto's like, "Wait, really?" And the Crimson Lord's like, "Yeah, it's the same thing with Shana." And and Iruka's like, "All right, take your seat. You can sit in front of Naruto." And Shana, she looks at Naruto and her eyes wide. She's like, "Wait, there's someone else like me?" As she walks up to the seat above Naruto, and she's like, "So, you're a Flame Haze too?" And Naruto's like, "Yeah, I am." And Naruto and Shana stir up a bit of a conversation. And the other dudes are kind of sad. They're like, "God damn it, this chick just got here and she's already talking to Naruto. They're already chatting up, already having a very nice conversation and stuff." And they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And so yeah, I'm gonna time skip a couple of days. I don't need to be talking that much about that. And I'm gonna change up the teams a bit. And this is the real last day of school. And the Ruger's like, "All right, kids, it's the last day of school for real this time. I mean it." And they're all like, "Yes." And so same thing as canon happens. Everybody gets their headbands and stuff. I don't need to talk about the whole Misaki thing. That doesn't happen because you know he gets some other kid to do it, but that doesn't work. So he gets kicked out of the village. So yeah. And Aruga's like, "All right, time for teams." And same things can happen with everybody. And then it gets to team 7. And they're like, "All right, team 7. Naruto, Uchiha, Sasuke Uchiha, and Shana. Uh, y'all can make up a last name for Shana in the comments if you want for the clan that she's gonna be in. And yeah, that's team 7. And Naruto and Sasuke, they give each other fist bumps because I'm gonna say Naruto will warm up that a lot more to Sasuke simply due to the fact that he just thought no one liked him. And him and Shauna, they got a bit of a connection going. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm gonna everybody leave with their teams and stuff, and Naruto, Sasuke, and Shauna are both waiting for Kakashi to show up. And Shauna's not a loud person unless she's just mad about something, but she wouldn't be mad about somebody getting late, even if it is a couple of hours. And so they're all getting impatient, and they're still pretty much waiting. And Naruto's like, "So, y'all want to go to the ramen shop while we wait for our Joni instructor to get here?" And they're all like, Yeah, sure, why not? As they all leave out of the classroom. And they're at the ramen shop getting some ramen. Naruto and Shauna, they're talking to each other. Naruto talking a bit of Sasuke. And they're all chilling, having a pretty good time. And a man with white hair with a having his headband on slanted, matching his mask, and he sees them chilling. And he's like, "Hey, how come no one was in the classroom?" And Naruto, he looks at him like, "Who are you?" And Kakashi kind of sweat drops a bit, and he's like, "I'm Kakashi Hatake, your Jonin instructor." And Naruto's like, "Oh." As Naruto puts puts some flames on his fist and punches at Kakashi, knocking him through a window. And Naruto's like, "What the hell took you so long? We've been waiting for 3 hours." And Kakashi's like, okay, I'm sorry, alright? I was on the path of life. And Naruto, he punches Kakashi again. Tell me another dumbass excuse like that again. I dare you. I double dare you. And Kakashi's like, alright. Damn. He punched hard. Anyway, meet me on the roof as Kakashi poofs. And Naruto, Sasuke, and Shauna, they both, I'm gonna say that they all know how to tree walking, water walking, all that shit. So they just walk up the side of the building to get to the top. And Kakashi, he's thinking to himself like, these three already know how to tree walk. That's good. As he looks at them. All right, y'all. Tell me your goals, dreams, and ambitions and stuff like that. And I'm gonna change it up a bit because Shauna's here, not Sakura. And Sasuke kind of says the same thing in canon, but he says his likes are, hanging out with Naruto. And I'm gonna say Sasuke does train with Naruto here and there, to where he actually does know how to have his Sharingan open fully, Sasuke, but it's only at the one Tomoe state. And Naruto, he has his Sharingan fully matured. And so yeah, with Shauna, she's like, I like hanging out with Naruto, and Sasuke. And my dislikes, loud people. And my goal is just to become a good ninja, she just says. And Kakashi's like, alright, Naruto. And Naruto's like, okay, I like ramen, hanging out with Shauna and my friends. My dislikes, people who think I can't do anything. And people who call me demon and stuff like that. And my goal, I guess is to become a Sani, I guess. And and Kakashi, his eyes wide, like, wait, what? You want to become a Sani? And Naruto's like, yeah, they get to do everything. With an Hokage, you only stay in one place all damn day, do paperwork all day. What's the fun of that? And Kakashi, he laughs. He's like, yeah, I guess you have a point. And so yeah, and Kakashi's like, all right, enough with introductions. You guys are going to meet me at Training Ground 7 tomorrow. And they're all like, alright, as they all leave out. And I'm gonna say with Naruto, he has Shauna living with him. Hold up, chill, y'all. They're not of age yet for me to be doing anything. But, they do sleep in the same bed together. And so I'm gonna keep it at that. So time skip, the next morning, I'm gonna say Shauna is a bit of a heavy sleeper, so Naruto has to wake her up. And Naruto and Shauna, they make themselves some breakfast. I would say they're pretty good cooks, considering the fact that they can control the level of their flames that they have it on. So yeah. And they're like, well, Sasuke will probably listen to Kakashi and his whole "don't eat unless you want to puke" So, they both bring Sasuke some food just in case he listens to Kakashi or not. And so, yeah, with that being said, they leave out and head to Training Ground 7. And with Sasuke, he's a bit later than them, but he heads there. And Sasuke, he walks up to them, and they're just looking at Sasuke, and they can tell this man's hungry. And both of Naruto and Shauna hand him Sasuke some snacks and stuff, because they know that Sasuke will listen to Kakashi and this whole don't eat and stuff like that. And so, yeah, while Sasuke is eating some food, they're pretty much waiting for Kakashi again. And I'm gonna say Kakashi gets there yeah, he's still late, still like an hour late, but it's earlier than what they expect from him. And he's like, yo. And they're like, it's better than last time, even though he's still an hour late. And Kakashi's like, whatever. Anyway, here's the test. You need to get these 2 bells from me. And Naruto, Shauna, and Sasuke already know the goal of this, because it doesn't make sense for a Genin team to have only 2 Genin and 1 Jonin instructor. So they already know the whole goal of this is teamwork. And so, yeah, with that being said, I'm going to talk about the fight a little bit. Hold up a bit. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. And Naruto, Shauna, and Sasuke both stay in the same spot. And Kakashi, he's looking at them like, huh, so you guys aren't gonna leave? And they're like, nope, we already have a battle strategy. And Kakashi's like, oh yeah, what's that? And Naruto's like, hit you until you pass out. And Kakashi, he's like, huh, good luck with that. As both Naruto and Shauna vanish. And Kakashi, he's like, wait, what? As he had to block both attacks from Shauna coming at his left and Naruto coming at his right. And Kakashi's like, okay, time to put this book up. Gotta take these kids seriously. And I would say Naruto would know clones, but he created his own version. Fire clones. They basically kind of work as explosion clones, where they get close and they explode on contact. But for this one, you can imagine, instead of it being explosions, they burn on contact. And I'm saying Shauna, she'll have the same thing. And so, yeah, with Naruto and Shauna, they're pretty much attacking Kakashi simultaneously, and they're getting some pretty good hits in. And Sasuke's like, shit, I got this, as he transfers or switches out himself with a log. And Naruto and Shauna, they're like, okay, Sasuke, you're next. He's gonna come out from underneath the ground, because Kakashi wasn't anywhere to be found, so they could guess he's at the ground. So what Kakashi, when he jumps up in the air, Sasuke, Naruto, and Shauna all throw a fireball jutsu coming from 3 directions. And Kakashi, in his predicament, he can't dodge because he's in the air, so he has to substitute himself again. But so when he substitutes himself, he just sees that this log is completely on fire. And that fireball that all 3 of them threw at him was massive. And Kakashi's like, okay, can't let them hit me with that again. And Naruto's like, alright, we win. And Kakashi's like, wait, what? As he looks down to see the bell gone. And Kakashi's like, wait, what? When? And Naruto says, the moment when all 3 of us threw our fireball at you. Right when we did that, I used this, as he pulls out the flying rising kunai, and I threw it kind of simultaneously with my fireball. And I teleported to it and grabbed the bells and get out the way. And Kakashi's like, wait, you already know Minato's flying Raijin move? And Naruto's like, yep, and I already know he's my dad, and I already know Cushion is my mom. And Kakashi's like, I see. As he's like, okay, good job. Since so, Naruto, what are you gonna do? And Naruto's like, what do you think I'm about to do? As he holds both of the bells in his hand and scorches them. And both Shauna and Sasuke are smiling. And Naruto, he looks at Kakashi like, the whole point of his test wasn't about the bells, weren't they? Said Naruto as he looked at Kakashi. And Kakashi's like, well, looks like you figured everything out, kid. Nope, it wasn't about the bells. It was about teamwork. And so, Kakashi gives the whole same speech of people who abandon their friends are scum, but I can't remember the speech. But y'all, you know what the speech is. I don't have to tell you that. You can just watch Naruto again if you care that much. But anyway, they're happy they get to go on their first mission as Team 7. And so, they get their whole little D-rank missions out the way. And, Naruto, Shauna, and Sasuke, they're pretty much complaining to Hiruzen like, come on, man, you can't be giving us these D-rank missions. You know how strong we are? And Hiruzen's like, okay. Here's a escort mission, and it's a B rank to close to A rank. And, the three of them are like, yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. And they're like, alright, bring in the bridge builder. And, Tazuna comes in, drunk as ever. And he's looking at Naruto, Sasuke, and Shauna. And he's looking at them like, huh, okay. These three look like they can actually do something. Because with these three, I actually feel safe. As I also said, giving all three of them compliments. And so, yeah, they all leave out and go to the Land of Mist. But for that, I'm going to end it right here. Oh, goddamn. Almost 40 minutes. Anyway, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. I'm glad that you guys are really enjoying this. I'm on my road to 1K. And with that being said, I'm out.
Yeah, I keep it 12 on me if they got a screw loose. They messing with my big homie, they must be a damn fool. I buy me some jewelry, under pressure I stay. Round the clock, tone fuller, class clown back in high school. I'm in love with designers, expensive taste. Laying down the recliner, stay in place. And I keep it rockin', got a 40 in my pocket. Niggas say that I'm the plug, and I ain't talking socket. For your love, run the race, cockpit I drive, detour out of space. Never been so high, used to feel in last place, but now I fly by. Dior on my way, pull the trigger, he's fried.